also removing barriers to parents being able to advocate for that. I mean, we just had a whole issue at one of our board meetings when it came from parents who, have ABA therapy, and some changes that we've made in the district that provided more barriers to them being able to provide that support in our schools. And every single board member had an issue with that. And we actually had the item pulled until there could be a roundtable with those parents to figure out what kind of compromise we could come to make sure we don't have those barriers in the way. And also holding ourselves accountable for the timelines that we're supposed to have. I mean, within 30 days, if there's an issue with a student, they should already be evaluated. There should be, processes put into place. We should be starting the 504, the IEP. And again, due to our staff challenges, we're not always implementing that time frame. And then finally, making sure that our people in the classrooms, our teachers, our paras, classroom helpers also understand and really know how to implement our IEPs, our 504s, and have the support they need to do that. Gosh, I have so much more to say, but that one's a tough one.
For sure. It is. These are some complex questions. We put them together because we're all obviously public education advocates asking these questions. So they're kind of multi-layered from all three organizations. Nikki, do you want to hop in and ask?
Yeah, so we have a couple questions from the audience. It's actually a good segue. You were just talking about ABA therapy. Our first question from the audience is, what is your position on ABA or applied behavioral analysis therapy in our public schools?
I'm glad that somebody asked me that. I see both sides of the coin. Again, as someone who has a child who's on the spectrum, I know there are some concerns and questions about ABA and, teaching our kids to mask and what that looks like. But ultimately, I defer to parents. They know what's best for their student, their child, who they're advocating for. And if they're working with a therapist where they're actually seeing progress, educationally or emotionally or holistically, I'm going to support everything I can to make sure our parents have what they need, especially if their insurance is paying for it and it's not a cost to the district. Now, I know that, again, there have been some questions about vetting different ABA therapy companies, making sure that when the people come in our schools, they act professionally and that they're supporting our students. And I look forward, I hate to reference it, but I know we had a roundtable that we just had. I've asked, one, can I be included in that? And if not, can I have an update? So I look forward to learning more about, what conversation comes out of that roundtable. I hope that answers the question.
Thank you for that answer. All right, and one more.